Hi, good morning, sir.
Just a second. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Poonam. We shall start the interview with Neelam and Ramanpreet Kaur. First, I will start the interview, and second is Neelam, and third one is Ramanpreet Kaur. I will start the interview with Harjeet Singh. Shall we start? My first question is: can you describe your current role and your main responsibilities as a manager?
Okay. What basically we are doing is I am Harjeet Singh and I'm the founder and CEO of Flat Out Way. In Flat Out Way, we are basically creating career portfolios. If I talk about my main responsibilities, I have to lead a team. I have to, see about the financials part. I have to see the operations as well. I have to see the HR. Like overall, I have to handle a team, like complete company I have to handle. And this is a startup that we are creating.
Okay. My second question is: what skills do you believe are essential for effective management in the India?
Okay, if I talk about the effective management, management is kind of a skill which comes from internally, right? It comes from your internal part. It is an intellectual skill, and also you have to be very, very conscious whenever you're speaking with the people. If I talk about the for example, if I say like if I have to lead the directors, right? The communication I do with the directors is entirely different from the communication I deal with the employees. Also, first thing, there should be clarity. Like whatever I'm speaking, there should be clarity. There should be clarity in the goals that we want to achieve. There should be clarity in the skills that we are looking for people. So these kind of clarity is there. If there is no clarity in the manager, or if I would say like if there is no understanding between the people, then it will be a lot of problem, or it will create a lot of conflict in between the teams, right? I hope
Okay.
you understand my point, like what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
My next question is: can you describe your management style and how to approach decision making?
Okay. See, management style varies person to person. If I talk about myself, I am very blunt person, honestly, and I, speak to the point, like very crisp. I tell that this is what I want, and kitne time mein ho jayega. So this is how I like basically do. If I talk about decision making is entirely different thing. In decision making, I involve a lot of people. My lawyer is involved, my CA is involved, right? A lot of people are involved. If it depends upon a type of decision as well, like if it's a long term decision, I take a time, I take 1 month or 2 months. If it's a short term decision, like for example, we want to hire someone, or like internship, that kind of, or it's about the financials part, or if it's about IPR, if it's about that, then it depends. So decision making depends upon the question, or like upon the situation as well, like what kind of decision we want to take. If it's a long term decision, I take around 2 to 3 months. Sometimes it can go to 6 months as well. But if it's a short term decision, then I just do it like within like minutes, or like 1 day or 2 days. That's it.
Okay. The
Yeah.
next is Neelam. Your
Hello,
questions.
sir.
Hi, Neelam.
How do you usually make decision in your role? My question is, how do you
Okay, I think
usually make decision in your role?
okay, I think I have like explained the answer before also. Like this is the same question. I think like how
Okay.
I basically do, because I already told you that if it's about the long term, then I take around 6 to 7 months. If it's a short term decision, then I take around like 2 to 3 days or 10 days maybe.
Okay. My
Yeah.
next question is, how do you culture difference impact your decision making process?
Oh, okay. See, cultural differences. I don't think there is any cultural differences in the corporate sector. The first thing is, we wanted to hire people on the basis of skills, right? We are hiring people on the basis of skills, not on the basis of like cultural, or like from which community they are coming from, or which religion they are coming from. It depends upon what they are actually bringing in the company, what kind of value they're creating in the company. So cultural differences doesn't matter to me, but it might matter to some people, but it doesn't matter to me. Also, if we are for example, let's say we are providing any kind of service, or if we are providing any kind of product, or we are launching something, if there is such kind of, we are not involved around such kind of issues. Never. Like cultural differences is never a topic in a corporate sector. So if I talk about, if you're asking me specifically about cultural differences, so in our sector, like I don't think that there is any cultural difference or it create any kind of problem for us people as a manager or as a founder or CEO as well. Because we focus on the skills part. We doesn't focus on like from which background he's coming from or like what there is no kind of racism or any kind of like such issues in the company. Yeah.
Okay, my next question is, how do you manage daily operations in multicultural work environment?
Okay, so daily operations. See, daily. If I talk about operations part, operations is actually, dealing with the from the initial to the ending, like the bridge that we gap. It is known as the operations. If I talk about how I deal with it, I have people. I hire smart people. I hire good people, so who can actually help me out to bridge the gap.
Okay.
Also, there are a lot of challenges as well, right? Sometimes you don't get the result in the like single way in the or I will say in one go. You don't get the results in one go, but lot of time we have to actually bifurcate the process. You have to lot of time you have to speak with other people as well. So operations is a kind of very keen very keen path. You have to like use your brain a lot because have you heard about the MVP? Have you heard the term MVP, minimum viable product?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Hello.
Yeah. See, in operations, a lot of I don't know if you guys are aware of these terms. See, a lot of terms are involved if I talk about the operations part. But yeah, if I talk about my individuality, my perspective, operations, how I deal with operations is basically I try to think a lot, right? I see that how these things can be evolved, revolution, all these kind of thing. I try to see if this is make any kind of impact. If there is no impact, there is no result, then operations is completely zero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Continue interview Raman Dipkor.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ramandeep.
My name is Ramanpreet Kaur. So, uh, I will ask the another question. So, how do you motivate your team members, especially when you are facing challenges or any kind of problems?
Hmm. See, basically what we do is if I talk about motivation, so we try to understand the individual first thing,
Yeah.
right? We try to understand the individual. We see that what kind of problem he's actually facing. And it depends upon his designation as well. Like manager faces different problems, an employee faces different problems, an executive and senior executive faces different problems, and a CEO or a founder faces different problems, right? So first we try to understand that where he's coming from. Also we try to see, I don't know if other people do it as well, but no, but I personally on my behalf, I personally see if like if that person is actually emotionally sound or not, or emotionally stable or not. Because in business you can't go with the emotions, right?
Yeah.
So we try to understand their problem like abstractly, and also I try to build a relationship with them so that actually they can see that what we are providing to them. Because it's sometimes it's not just about the money.
Hmm.
We have to see that if he is actually mentally sound or not, like what kind of problems actually if he's going from a very tough situation in his family or in his career, so it's very tough, so he can actually focus on his work.
So
So
basically,
we
you are looking for the practical things, not for the emotionals.
yeah, like
Yeah.
practical, we try to understand like him fully. If he's not right fit or like he can't do it, so we ask him to take a gap for some time.
Can you give me the example for it? If someone, if you have the problem like this situation in the previous time.
Yeah, see, sometimes it depends, like if he's not like if say he's not physically fit. Sometimes he's
Okay.
getting a fever, like he asks for for a holiday, or he asks like he want a week off or like all that. So I can give him time for that. But sometimes if it's about the operational part, like he's not able to perform, so what we do is we can actually what we do is in corporate we issue PIP is performance improving report.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, performance improving performa, PIP. So in that we basically understand that how much hours he's actually working, what kind of output he's giving in that particular arts. So we understand all that, and if again we try to help him out, we try to upgrade his skill. But if still that person or that individual is not doing it up to the mark, then we basically replace him. That's it, what happened basically at the end of the day. Yeah.
Do you use different leadership and communication styles depending on the cultural background of your employees?
Could you please repeat again? I didn't
Yeah.
recognize the question.
Do you use different kind of leadership or communication styles depending on the cultural background of your employees? Like,
Yeah,
if
sometime.
yeah, yeah, you can start if you understand.
uh, I think it rarely matters, but sometimes it matters because see, basically it's about the language. For example, as I am a Punjabi, right? So if I'm communicating with a Punjabi person, I can communicate very clearly, right? If I'm a Telugu person, I can speak with them in a Telugu language very clearly. So sometimes it helps in the sales part, but not always, right? Because we have to meet with a lot of people. We have to meet with the stakeholders, right? And stakeholders can come from any community. Stakeholders can be people from Dubai, stakeholders can be people from Canada, from Australia, from anybody they can be. And if like the only language that they are concerned is about the English, if you can communicate properly in the English language and you have the good numbers, they can definitely definitely come up and like do the stuff. That's it.
Do you think it is difficult to handle a multicultural team?
I don't think so. Like, see, I already answered this. I said na ki multicultural cultural doesn't matter to me. I'm not the kind of person who look into culture. I see that if that is about the skill part. I see that if I'm posting a job, right, and that person has specific job profiles or specific skills for that role. If he doesn't fit in the role, that I like, the culture doesn't matter to me. If he's from IIM, IIT, it doesn't matter. He has to be he has that capability. If he don't have that capability, that it's completely zero.
Like in your team, you have a different people and they are different from different backgrounds. So if they have a dispute, so how can you handle them?
See, dispute.
Oh,
If I talk about
disagreement, you can ask
yeah,
that.
disagreement dispute. See, these are like very rare, like very rarely happens disputes in my team. Like it very rarely happens. Why? Because I have very fixed rules. I tell them that this person will do this work, this person will do this work. If sometimes the disagreements happen, what I do is I'll ask them to come in my cabin, speak to me, tell them what is the problem, instead of asking them or like telling them कि अभी ये नहीं हो सकता या फिर अभी क्या दिक्कत आ रही है, उस पर्सन को आपने ये क्यों बोल
Can
दिया.
we talk in English? Sorry, please. So because it is recorded in
Okay,
English. So
okay. See, if for the disagreements, I don't basically deal with like disagreements, or I would say like it is very rarely it happens with me. Disagreements, it doesn't happen because I have very clear path that you have to do this. If he can't do this, I will help him out. But if he's facing any kind of problem, I'll still again help him out. But disagreement like very rarely happens because I'm very clear with what I say.
yeah, disagreement like in between colleagues.
See, disagreements between colleague, like it can happen, they can say something to someone, but I just, my responsibility is they don't fight. Like
Yeah.
it should don't happen in the corporate sector, like in the office. It should not happen. Out of the office they can do whatever they want to. I'm not responsible for it because it's their life. We are only
Yeah.
concerned when the person is working in the office. We have to see like what kind of work he's doing. We are responsible for that. Out of the office, if he smokes cigarette, if he drinks, if he go out, whatever he does, we are not supposed to handle all that stuff. I'm only concerned
Okay.
when my person is in the office.
Okay. How do you build relationship with your colleagues and stakeholders?
I communicate with them clearly. I tell them like what I'm basically building of, what kind of help they can actually give me. Like
So what
recently I
kind
had
of
a,
things you will do to them?
what kind of help I will give them. See, if I talk about from the stakeholders part now, so in the stakeholders part, basically we ask for funding, and no one will provide you any kind of funding until you have good numbers, sales good numbers, right?
Yeah.
So if you have good sales, they will definitely provide you with the funding. If I talk about the colleagues, So colleagues, they can only provide you their time and they can only provide you the services they are basically hired for. Right. If, for example, if someone is doing a job, so you pay them for the job they are doing. You don't pay them for how good they are. Right. If
Yeah.
they are a good person, it doesn't mean they will be, having a good amount of money. It doesn't work like that in the real world.
Okay, how do you
So
motivate your staff members?
I motivate my staff. See, that is what I'm saying. If I talk about motivation, I don't give any kind of motivation like that. There is a briefing or meetings we do, right?
Like
We don't do.
you,
Huh.
yeah, like reward offers, like these kind of things. How do you motivate them in
These to
terms of?
happen like we provide them badges, like small badges. If they are a good performer, we provide them badges. We provide them a certificate also,
Yeah,
like good performance certificate.
yeah,
Okay, and then sometimes we provide them with incentives. Basically in sales,
yeah,
we give them good incentives. So if they
yeah.
are,
I remember.
overachievers, so they can have like good amount of incentive that month,
Yeah,
and continuously they get promotions as well if they perform well.
yeah, yeah. That
Yeah,
that's my means to ask you this question about that. So
yeah.
thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate your time and your efforts. So
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah.
Hope you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Poonam,
so much.
Neelam, and
Thank
Ramanpreet
you,
Kaur. It
sir.
was nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you,
Thank,
everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks so much.